Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am just Shawnee and today we're going to be watching TikTok scary stories. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and ring that bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we're just going to go in.
Now, like I said, I started to see people's faces deform, like into alien shapes. I start to see people's true, forms. I don't know. And I started to realize that when I was walking, there was this one guy, and I saw his face, and his face started to the only way that I could think of is kind of had pointy elf ears, and his face would go back, and it was kind of wide. And he started to realize that I was seeing his true form, and he started smiling, and it was very demonic. And then another demon, who was kind of further down, was in a smoke shop, and he saw me, and he knew that I knew, and I guess the other demon was trying to come towards me and my friend, and he told us to go in his shop, and he was like, oh, I got some free stuff for you, because Amber was oh, I like to smoke, and at this point, damn, and they transfer it into their energetic field. That's what vampirism is. It's not necessarily the drinking of the blood. Yes, that is true, but the same way we as human, we didn't evolve, but we evolved, is the same way as vampires. The old vampires drink blood, but the new vampires, they evolve into just harvesting energy. So a lot of people don't know that. They think they're gonna see Dracula, oh, I'm gonna drink your blood. No, new vampirism is just knowing how to drain people's energy without having to access the blood. Only the old vampires and that royal bloodline drinks the blood, because it's, again, they're the older ones. They're the originals of that species, I guess. So again, I just was telling her how I gotta leave, understand, I was there's too many demons here, I want to go home, and the crazy thing is the sun was starting to go down. So as all of this is happening, you see the sunrise coming, the sunset, sorry, not the sunrise, the sunset coming in. And I'm Amber, I want to leave. I don't want to be here as it's getting dark. I can see, the darkness fill that boardwalk, or that whatever you want to call it, that street, or whatever it is. And I was just I gotta leave. Amber, it's there's vampires here. I can see them, and they know. It's just you're freaking out. I was no, I'm not. I started to see all of the demons that resides there, and that's why I was I would never go to California. I hate California. And then after that happened, my cousin, she was living out there. I go to her and I'm telling her about it, because she was amazing. She was very open-minded to my experience and what was happening in my life. And I would just tell her bro, there's demons in California. I was there's demons, they're everywhere. It's so scary how much demons are in California. Not, I wouldn't say California, because more so Los Angeles, because that's where I was. And I was just they're everywhere, it's not safe. And then her neighbor comes in, and the neighbor is a vampire. And I'm just and I just sit there, and I was just great, she's surrounded by demons, because I call vampire demons. I think they're demons. And this girl is a fucking vampire. You can tell when you're in a room with a vampire, because they're very cold. They're very cold, and they lack life in their eyes. Now, I don't know if people understand that. There's no, light in their eyes. Their eyes are empty. If you ever looked into someone, and you look into their eyes, and you got, a very odd feeling, or, very cold demeanor, or, oof, that kind of just, that kind of, you're in front of a vampire or a demon. And it's just like, there was nothing in her soul. And I was like, damn it, Nancy. Like, my cousin's Nancy. I was like, damn it, Nancy. Like, I'm like gone for like a few months and I come back and you're surrounded by fucking vampires. Like, come on, Nancy. Like, what's up with that? And she starts laughing. I'm like, no, this girl's a vampire. So vampires got to be invited to your house. So she would like tell my cousin that everybody in the area left their door unlocked so she could leave her door unlocked so she can come in and out her house whenever she felt like it. And the reason why is because they got to be invited in. And once they're invited in, they can come in and out whenever they feel like it. So she went and told, she's like, oh yeah, everybody here leaves their door unlocked. And I was just like telling her, I was like, this is motherfucking California where people walk into your house and they kill you for no reason and then walk out. Like, and nobody will ever find you because you left your door unlocked to begin with. Like, there was no sign of struggle. So I told her, I said, no, you need to start locking your door. Like, that's a vampire. And I just remember her, like, locking, like, I remember locking her door, and, like, she was trying to come in, and she couldn't come in, because I locked the door, and she's like, Nancy, why did you, lock, and, you know, like, I'm very smart, like, salt water is a very powerful thing, like, people underestimate salt in water, like, sea salt water is a very powerful thing. So when she was trying to open the door, she kept calling Nancy. She was like, Nancy, open the door. And it didn't matter if I would open it. I was like, oh, I unlocked it. But she acted like she didn't hear me. And she kept saying, like, Nancy, open the door. Because only my cousin had to give her permission to get inside. I couldn't give her permission. So once my cousin was like, what are you doing? Like, my cousin opened the door. And she was like, come in. That's when she came in. She couldn't come in because my cousin had to give her permission to come in.
Ciao. Talking about, oh, I just left my door unlocked. That sounds ludicrous. We're not leaving no doors unlocked, honey. Like, what? Y'all, when she said she was on the street and she saw them, I was just like, because that's some true stuff right there with D words. I mean, you've seen it in the Bible. They can't enter unless you let them in. So don't let them in. Like, take that. Put it in your pocket for later on in your life experiences. You know, like, know who you let in your house. What energies you let in your house, honey. When she said she saw those D words on the street and the face started disforming and everything. I know we've all met those people where we look at them and it's just like, It's like you feel the energy, you feel something's off with them. And it's just like, what is off with them? Yeah, no. I look everybody in their eyes. And if I feel a weird feeling when I'm looking you in your eyes, maybe I need to think about that. Because I've never really thought about it. Like, okay, like, I understand I'm intimidated because I'm making eye contact with you as a black female. Got it. But sometimes, all the time, not even sometimes, all the time, we need to start looking at these people in their eyes and see if we feel or see or whatever what she was talking about. Because, like she said, these Newtown vampires, we heard about that. We heard about the lady who was the Lyft driver, and she picked up a vampire, and the vampire touched her or whatever and took some of her energy, not her blood, her energy. That's the new thing for them. No, watch who you let touch you. Okay, like, don't even let them touch you. I don't like when people touch me. People like, let me give you a hug. I don't know you. Like, do I look like the type that wants a hug? No, I don't. Bye-bye. Her cousin playing games. Like, honey, you need to pray over your cousins. That should be a whole new thing. Y'all remember, what is it? Listen, Linda. It should be, damn, Nancy. It should be like that. Somebody put that on a shirt. Damn, Nancy. Yeah, because she was playing games. Damn, Nancy, you about to get got. Being foolish, unlocking doors. Your cousin just said this is a vampire, she can't come in, and she unlocked the door and was like, hey, it's open. Honey, why she ain't come in? She knew it was open. People being silly. They being silly.
True creepy story time. So my sweet, sweet baby cousin Ella, when she was younger, she had friends that only she could see, but they were not imaginary. So one day she's at our grandparents' house in the living room watching TV with our grandpa, and as always he was watching Star Trek. But her favorite show, Ni Hao Kai Lan, was about to come on, and so she asked if she could change the channel, and Grandpa made it very clear to her to not touch the remote. Of course she was disappointed, but She was a little kid, and so she obeyed her grandpa and just watched the show with him. Eventually, Grandpa fell asleep, and then something really interesting happened. The channel changed on its own to Ni Hao Kai Lan. Ella was a little bit surprised and confused, and so she looked over at our sleeping grandpa and saw that one of her imaginary friends was standing behind him. And she realized that he was the one who changed the channel. Now, she knew the grandpa was going to be really upset if he thought that she changed the channel when he told her specifically not to. And so she looked at her friend and was like, no, 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 change it back, change it back. But as she's having this argument with her friend, Grandpa wakes up, sees that the channel has changed, and got really mad at Ella. That was not the only time that Ella's imaginary friends interacted with the physical space around them. And if you want to hear more about those, you can check out my podcast, Stories with Sapphire.
Don't forget to go follow all these creators. They have great stories. Look, yeah. We all been there where your grandparents are watching something and then they fall asleep. They be like, don't touch it. And they fall asleep. And it's, y'all, like the proud fella, you shook about me fall asleep. Hey, I was watching that. As soon as you turn the channel, yeah. Been there, done that. I've missed a lot of cartoons, but I always got my way though. I always got my way because I would, you know, I'm annoying in real life. So I would pout and I would whine. I would just be like, you know, and I get my way. So yeah, friend, I love that she actually obeyed. It was just like, you know what? It's part of life. We got to watch stuff that we don't want to watch sometimes. Her imaginary friend was like, I got you, boo. They fell asleep. Let me help you out. No. I can imagine, like, I would love to hear the other stories that her imaginary friends was like, hey, let's get this started. Let's get this popping. Let me help you out. So, yeah, if you want to hear more stories, go follow that creator.
We're asleep, and she gets up to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, man, I have to go to the bathroom, too. So I'm going to go to the bathroom in the main bathroom outside the room. I go out, I come back in, and I'm like, why'd you turn my light on my side of the bed? Like, it's 12, we're going to bed. Like, we're in bed. She's like, I didn't do it. I thought you did. I'm like, okay, well, somebody's trying to get our attention. My phone rings. It's my little sister. She says, hey, Bob, sorry, are you awake? And I'm like, I am now. And I go, my light just came on. She goes, that's why I was calling you. She said, is Nicole there? I'm like, yeah. She put her on speaker. She said, Nicole, I don't want to get personal, but, and this is how the conversation went. Did your mom have miscarriages before you? And she's like, yeah. She goes, I'm seeing 3. And the reason why I'm saying that is there are 3 people in the room right now trying to get your attention. And they're your 2 brothers and your sister that weren't born. And they're in the room right now with you. Talk to them. So I did. She did. She's like, this is crazy. But I'm like, no, go ahead. Just talk to them. So she's talking. Then I take 1, 2 pictures while she's talking. That's the one green with the dresser.
Oh, that was
we saw that outside of the picture. And we both were too scared to look.
And this is right after the phone call.
Right after the phone call. So we take that photo and the both of us see it outside of the photo and went, oh my God. Like, I was afraid to look.
Right.
To see if I got it. Because neither one of us even, it didn't matter if I got it on the phone because we saw it in person. And then what we saw is on this side, I had a little short dresser and we see one just go down the dresser and with no taking no photos. And so those kinds of things kind of, you know, was one of those things that freaked her out.
Honey, now you know, as y'all know, that was Austin from Calls from Beyond. I think is it called Truly Bizarre? I think it's Bizarre Junkies now. It might be, but it might be still Truly Bizarre. Go follow these creators. We know about this one on Calls from Beyond. We know about this creator with Noah. Go follow these creators. Y'all, go buy some of their stuff because they have so many freaking ads. I was just watching Noah's P. Diddy video. It was so many ads and it bothered me because I was mowing the grass. So I had to keep on stopping, pressing skip. Like, honey, what? Because it was getting juicy, and I was just like, I don't want to hear these ads. So usually I'd be like, whatever ads. But nah, go buy stuff for them, because they have so many freaking ads now, especially in their live. I'd be like, are you serious? An ad? Come on. And I missed the important, juicy part of a story. So go buy stuff for them so they can stop putting ads on their stuff. Understand you gotta get this paper, but honey, that's why I only have ads at the beginning of my video, and I think at the end. I don't want none in the middle, because I don't want y'all to, okay. Anyway, what? That was wow, because like we be seeing stuff be happening, and we be like, so I'm trying to get your attention. That was trying to get your attention. I wonder what they talked about. Like, I wonder how they would, like, we watch, well, I don't know if y'all watch, but Cody and, oh, dang, I forgot his name that quick. It's not Zach and Cody. It's the other ones. It's the other. You know who I'm talking about. And they're just like, that one episode where the lady and the guy worked together at the haunted house, and they developed the method of like stomping or going A, B, C, and they will make a noise whenever they get to the letter and they spell out what they're going to say. I wonder if they did that, or what they did to communicate. And I want to see the picture. Like, what you mean? You saw it going down the dresser. What did you see going down the dresser? So you want to find out more, go follow these kids, because that's wow. You see something in real life and you're just like, it's paranormal. You don't want to, nah, you scared to look. You see it on the phone. You see it in real life, but you don't want to look down the phone and be like, oh yeah. I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. Yeah, no. I can't even imagine.
I think I saw La Muerte when I was in Mexico, story time. So this happened around, I think I was around 12 or 13 years old. I don't really remember. But during that time, I went to go visit my family in Mexico during summer. And I remember me and my family were in the kitchen in a gathering with all my cousins, all my younger cousins, and my aunts and my uncles. The only people that they were not there was my aunt and my uncle. My uncle and my aunt were not there because my uncle was quitándose el espanto. Te curen. So, que te quitan el espanto. So, they told us to not be around there, and our houses are right next to each other. Where my uncle's house, so my grandma's house is right here, and my uncle's house is like right in front of it. So, like, if you go outside, the house is right there. But they told us to stay inside the kitchen of my grandma's house. So, all of us were in there. We were just talking, and then my cousin told me, hey, can you go bring me some water? And the water is outside. It wasn't inside, by a tree. There's this tree that they cut off right outside the kitchen, and the tree, the only thing that was left from the tree was the tree trunk. So on the tree trunk, there was like this jug on top of the tree trunk where you could press a button and it would fill up the water for you, or you could just open the jug and just fill it up in that way. So there was two ways that you could get water from it. I went outside to go get water from my cousin, and as I was about to press the button to fill up the cup of water, because it wasn't a small cup, it was a pretty big cup that he gave me, and that's when I decided to look up. And where the kitchen is at, it's like in a hill kind of, and in the bottom there's like a bottom of rocks of a hill, and there's like another house down there, and that house is where they had some animals in there. It used to be a kitchen, but now they used it as like kind of like a barn to keep animals in there. So as when I looked in that direction, I saw La Muerte, what I believe I saw. It was just kind of facing towards me. It had his like the stick that he usually holds, and like a blade, kind of something covering him up top of it. It's like kind of like a hood on top with the black all the way down, and he kind of looked kind of elevated, kind of. I really wasn't paying attention to it, and I just ignored it. I just looked down and just kept doing what I was doing. What I should have done, I should have just opened a jug and just scoop it in and just left. But for some reason, I was kind of like in a trance that I wanted to just, keep pressing the button. And for some reason, I wanted to look at it again, because I was like, did I just actually see that? And then I saw it again, and I looked up, and as the second time that I saw it, it was turning around, and I was already turned around heading to the bushes back in front of the old kitchen on the bottom where they keep the animals. It's completely forest, and that's part of the area. So that's where I saw him disappear. Like, I saw his back just like disappearing through the forest and like disappeared through the bushes. And I finished filling up the cup and I went back inside, and I didn't tell anyone until later on. And I told my cousin and my aunts, like, I think I saw this. And then they told me, are you scared? And I was like, no, I didn't get scared, I just didn't pay attention to it. I just like filled up the water, and like I don't know if I actually saw it, but I was kind of like in a shock, I guess I can say that. I wasn't scared, but I was just in shock that I couldn't believe that what I saw. And then I went inside, and yeah, I just came inside like normally. I wasn't scared or anything. And I told my cousins, I told my aunt, and my aunts, if you were scared? And I said, no, I'm not scared or anything, because they told me if you're scared, we could tell those like get to get them in the espanto since they're here right now. And I said, no, I'm fine, like I'm not scared or anything. And after that, nothing else happened. But that's the time that I encountered, and I think I saw la muerte. But yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. I've never heard of that, but it low-key sounds like the Grim Reaper, so maybe that's what it's translated out. Y'all, I gotta work on my Spanish. I got Rosetta Stone, but I do not recommend Rosetta Stone. It's so bad. It's so bad, bro. So bad. You know what I'm saying? They so bad. Anyway. Yeah, no. If I saw something like that as a kid, I don't know what I would do. Yes, I do. I would have ran. I would have dropped that cup and I would have ran. And they would have been like, my cousin would have been like, why you ain't bring my stuff? Why you ain't bring me some water? No, you go do it. I'm terrified now. What I just saw. Oh, no. Because I watched Billy and Mandy growing up. I don't know. Since I watched Billy and Mandy, would I be like, let me be your friend? I don't know. It could go many ways. But yeah, Fred, scary. Your family was just like, were you scared? Was I supposed to be? Like, have you seen this before? Like, I'm so confused about these questions. It wasn't like, I don't know. That was a little weird, Fred. But yeah, have y'all ever seen anything like that? Comment below. And don't forget to watch these creators. Like, go follow them. And before you do, subscribe.